Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray, brought to you proudly by Tennessee Wildlife Resource Agency, Barton Power Sports, Sportsman's Warehouse, and Best Care Home Services.
Hey, welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray on ESPN 790. Thank you all the good folks out in Brownsville, Tennessee on 1520 AM, 95.3 FM. And in Jackson, Tennessee now on News Talk 101.5. And, of course, here on ESPN 790 in Memphis is we roll into our 18th year on the air. And we have got they got a studio full now. Now, we've had a man that's driven all the way out here from downtown. And we appreciate David Hagel, the general manager of the Bass Pro Shops at the Pyramid, and known David for a long time, and great job he's doing there. And thank David for being there. We're going to talk a little bit more with David, a little bit more in this segment. Gene Smith and Charlie Covington are also here on Fifth Saturday as we talk outdoors. And I recently got a little press release. You know, I'm big on things that are new. I'm always looking for new items and everything, and I got a box in the mail, and it was lit up inside. So I said, that must have come from Hybrid Light. You know, if I got a box with a light in it and it's not ticking, I know it's safe. But we really appreciate right now to talk to Terry Peterson. He is the man who from Minnesota went out all of a sudden ended up from the Dairylands of Minnesota to one of the most beautiful places God ever created is St. George, Utah. And he's on with us right now to talk a little bit about Hybrid Light. Good morning, Terry.
Good morning, Larry. Good to hear from you. How are you?
We're doing great. Tell us a little bit about this light. I mean, and your company, because I know I was really cool when I looked at this thing. And I'm assuming that Mac Peterson is kin to you, right?
That would be my son, yes. He's a 24-year-old little walking genius. He helps me with all my electrical design.
I saw where he said he's an outdoors fanatic and the electricity nerd for the company.
That's exactly right.
So we got a lot in common with my son. He's about like that too. He's an electrician and everything else like that. But and I like your mission: light the world with the lowest impact on the earth and on your wallet.
That's right. I'm trying to save you $1. You'll never buy a battery again if you're buying a Hybrid Light.
Well, tell me a little bit about the Hybrid Light.
Well, the Hybrid Light's a solar-powered flashlight. It gathers light from any light source. It'll charge indoor lighting, outdoor lighting. The better the light source, the faster it charges. So it's constantly gathering light. And if your eye can see the light, so can that flashlight. And it also stores the charge for 7 full years. You can charge that flashlight up, throw that in your glove box,
yes.
Pull it out 7 years later and have power.
And just think, in 7 years, what will technology be that you won't even have to open your glove box? It'll just jump in your hand, you know, when we come down to it. But you're not, and I saw you just came out with a new deal. You're with our good friends at Realtree. Is that right? And so Camo has entered the light world also.
Camo is a good thing.
Oh, I think it is. So I've got the Journey 160 right here in front of me with 160 lumens. It's the hybrid solar flashlight. Tell us about some of the things that has made this journey for you, because I'm assuming this is – how long y'all been around?
Well, I've been tinkering with flashlights for quite a few years, but the last 3 years is when I started to take it serious.
Yeah.
And when I came out with the flashlight, that solar-powered flashlight that charges your cell phone, it caught on fast.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody's got a story about a dead cell phone, and having a flashlight that charges your phone is a pretty impressive piece.
Well, I know there's a lot of cell phones out there. Hope they're not like mine. Mine's dead right now, but I need it charged. I think I got the thing. I think I got the thing now. When I go in the woods, I know my cell phone's going to work. But looking at your catalog here, I mean, you're really into this. I mean, there's some cool device when it comes to not only the lantern that I got, but so many other things. So talk a little about the evolution of your company.
Yes, sir. I've got over a dozen products at this time, and we've got 5 new products coming out next year. In fact, just today I received my first shipment from the factory on my 600-lumen lantern. It's a camping lantern that weighs 12 ounces, it's waterproof, and never buy a battery for it. It's lightweight, only weighs 12 ounces. It floats. It's waterproof. Leave it out in the rain. And you can plug 2 cell phones into this thing at the same charge. It'll charge 2 phones at the same time, exactly at the same rate as if you're plugged into the wall.
Unbelievable. Yep. So and this, is it out now? Yes,
it's just. In fact, today is the day we release it. And
okay.
We've already got the first shipment off to REI. Many others in line waiting for it, and our first container hits the door today, so we can start filling orders.
It's amazing,
it's going to go huge.
I hate to admit this, and the guys in the room with me here know I'm a flashlight fanatic.
I'm on that same page.
I do not like dark. I'm a man that you put me in the closet, turn on the light. When the storms come, look out for Larry, because I'm looking for my flashlight. And there's a lot of flashlights out there, I have to admit, and I've got a bunch of them. They're heavy, they're bulky. You made sure I could see to make it light. This journey is 4.5 ounces, folks. 4.5 ounces. I think that's what I weighed when I was born. It's
waterproof. It floats.
And it floats. I mean, that's and you've got them in. I don't know if I want the camo color. I might lose it. But
that happened. That actually happened to me. I took one out I was on the Elkhart, and I actually lost my flashlight because of the camo. I think I might have to take an orange one next time.
Well, yeah, but I like this yellow one's pretty good. I mean, the one I've got here.
The most popular. Popular color is that yellow because you can find it.
Yeah, and you've even come up with a headlamp. Now I like that. I would probably wear the headlamp when it gets cloudy. I mean, this thing is so you have all these different kind of things. And the company itself, talk about a little bit about your background, how you got from Minnesota to where you are now.
Yes, sir. Well, I grew up in Minnesota on a pretty large dairy farm. We had beef, cattle, hogs. We had the whole plan going. I think we baled more hay than anybody I knew. And so when I graduated high school, I couldn't wait to get out of there because that list of work was just a little bit large for me.
Uh-huh.
And growing up, we never had a flashlight that worked. There was always a dead flash. Back then, the bulbs would be bad. The flashlight batteries were always bad.
Yeah.
It was just. It wasn't even worth it reaching for a flashlight. And once I finished, I went to school at the University of Minnesota. I got my business degree, landed in California, and started a company there doing construction supplies. And I was doing diamond blades and saw blades and such. And flashlights I'm pretty obsessed with flashlights.
Oh,
I think
good.
I own it.
Yeah.
I think I might own every flashlight known to man.
Okay.
If you were to ask my wife, she'd tell you straight up I'm a little bit obsessed with that.
Okay.
And
right. We're good on that.
A lot of bad experiences with flashlights not working, and I finally said, man, I've got it. So we found the best LEDs, the best solar power panels, the best rechargeable cells, and we built a flashlight. And my prototype is still working today, 8 years later. Actually, I've had that prototype for 7 years, still working.
So amazing. Again, we're talking to Terry Peterson of Hybrid Light out of St. George, Utah, and it's really simple to run because you just unscrew the bottom of your flashlight and there's all your ports.
Right.
I mean, it's a simple thing to use. And I was looking at $40. That's I've got 4 different model flashlights from 20 to 50, depending on which model you like. Different sizes, different shapes, and a couple different lanterns, headlamps. And I'll tell you what, you can never. In fact, I guarantee you, this no matter how many flashlights you have, Hybrid Light will be your favorite because it'll work every time you touch it. Well, Terry, I appreciate you being with us on Outdoors with Larry Ray this morning, folks. It's Hybrid Light, just like it sounds. You can go to that. What's that webpage, Terry? Yes,
sir. That's hybridlight.com.
That's easy.
Like a hybrid car.
That's it. Simple, folks. Thank you, Terry. I'm going to stay in touch with you because I'm going to be your flashlight ambassador in Memphis, okay?
So I believe you.
All
You're going to have to have that new lantern coming. That'll change your life.
Every flashlight changes my life, okay? All right.
I thank you.
Thank you, Terry. Thank you, buddy.
Hey, appreciate you. Have a great week. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. All right.
You bet. Bye-bye.
All right. Terry Peterson. Appreciate him being in there. And I'm big on new things. David Hagel is sitting there with us.
I got the shaking flashlight, but it didn't last long.
Yeah, well, I shake a lot, Yeah, that's the wrong kind of thing, that's for sure. But, hey, so let's get back to Flocktoberfest here, as we were talking to David and took in Terry there for a while. David, 4th year for this thing. So it's family friendly, right? I mean, that's what you wanted it to be.
That's 100% right. It's all about the family. It's all about introducing people with all the seminars, the activities that we have. It's bringing people in and trying to introduce them to the outdoors.
Well, I looked at all these things you got going, buddy, and I don't know. You could spend a day down there doing that because there's so much the activity that I was looking at on this. It's constant. So you're going to open. What time y'all open in the mornings? 10?
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock?
Yep.
And you close at what time?
10 o'clock.
That's only 2 hours.
You got to do everything
AM
quick.
and PM.
That's a PM, man, down at the Pyramid. And I think this is the fun of it. And this is a kickoff. We know how important waterfowl is to the Mid-South. And you've taken that and added so many others. Is anything new this year? Or is this basically the same schedule that you've had?
You know, we've changed up the seminars a little bit. We've got a free shoot like a girl firearms and archery demo.
Okay.
So we're trying to encourage some girls to come out. But there's a lot of things we've kind of learned in the past. What's worked, what hasn't worked.
And a lot of it is that final weekend. You have some pretty big events that final weekend.
Starting that Friday, October the 12th.
Yes.
Is culminating through the 14th is packed full. Every hour we got something going on.
And this is you don't take off during these 14 days, do you?
No.
No, this is part of your job here.
I just got off vacation. I'm ready to
You
go.
just got off vacation. All right. That's good and everything like that. But that's October the 5th. That's when it kicks off.
Yes, sir.
Goes through the 14th. You can go to
BassPro.com, click on stores, go to the Pyramid, and we'll have the flyer and all the events listed, starting with Chris Jensen on October the 12th.
And we have that on lroutdoors.com. My website's got all the stuff, thanks to Faith. Give me all the information on that. This is a fun event. It's a free event, and it's one of those things where you just need to go downtown, see the Pyramid. If you've never been to the Pyramid, you know, David thinks I've never been. I sneak in there a lot. I'm there. I haven't spent the night there, but it's come close. I almost stayed till 9 one time, and then that was almost bedtime.
That's when they give the giveaways.
But I live out of
come
town.
To the giveaways.
I live out of town, buddy. I have to drive all the way to Germantown, and so I have to get one of those DU Uber drivers to help me get down there and everything. Thank you, David. I know you're a busy man. I appreciate you stopping in with Outdoors with Larry Ray. Do whatever we can to help you guys down there, okay, buddy? Appreciate your help.
Thank you.
Over the years, too.
We're big fans, and thank you very much for helping us.
Proud of you, buddy. All right, let's take a break. Come right back. We're still going on Outdoors with Larry Ray.